Yo, what's up, Kevin? What up, my dude? Sorry if the chat looks like that. I was testing it out. I'm trying this out. I know a lot of people like to see the chat on the live stream, so I went ahead and put it right under here so you guys can all see what's going on. You don't have to, be on the little chat or whatever. You can kind of see everything going on here. What up, guys? Welcome to Trading with Emotions. Good morning, Rose. How you doing? Yo, yo, yo. Hey, Matt. Nausea. Hey, man. What's up, Texas? Sup? I'm Ollie. How you doing, Ollie? Joe, how you doing, my guy? Welcome, welcome. Gonna have some fun today, all right? How you doing, Brian? Doom? Dom? How you doing, my guy? Joe? What up, Lots? G? How you doing, dude? I went ahead and added the chart here on the bottom. So right next to the chat, that's going to be intraday with your little price action going on. And then on top, we're just going to be talking about anything that relates right to AMC, or that way you can see the chart on the bottom. You can see the price, you can see the chat, you can see everything. And right, we don't have to be moving screens or anything like that. Yeah, AMC's moving. We're going up. We're at 1498 right now. Rhode Island, how you doing, my guy? It's looking good, man. We're tracking inverse right now, but we're starting to like shift around and track identical. In my opinion, at least, we like flipped intraday. It's like we're not. Again, we're doing exactly what the algorithm shift was proposing, right? So man, it's looking good to me. It's looking real good. Hey, K-Matt, how you doing, man? Seabass, hey, it's all good. Just a little bit of hurting, man, and then all good, right? Let's go. All right, let's see. We'll talk about this in a little bit, but That's pretty insane, man. Go get that check, buddy. Amy would appreciate that. We're in a really pretty nice regression trend here. We haven't broken out to the upside or the downside yet. One could say this is a wedge as well, a rising wedge. A really kind of messed up one. But we did cross this, so that's good. I'll go ahead and leave that there. And we gotta cross this too. Go. Yo, Lynn, what's up, dude? Do I think we need some sort of catalyst? Yes. I mean, I personally think we need to set up. We need to set up so that projector pattern, and then once we have that projector pattern, there will be some sort of like correlated catalyst, right? Or correlated, some sort of catalyst that was put in place by these institutions, or again, it's pre-planned in my opinion, to go ahead and check, or for the algorithm to check that and run it, and then once that volume comes in, it'll basically reject or accept, right, that whether it can handle this next phase of another cycle, or just the the squeeze that we're looking for. So we do need volume, guys. We do need that to play out this squeeze for sure. I'm on Central Time, Champagne Papi. Central Time, that's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to give too much away, but I'll tell you what, I'm located around the Atlanta area, Georgia, which is Eastern Time, but you get the gist of it. Around that area. Hell yeah, dude. Of course. How's everybody doing, man? Drop some love in the chat. Drop some hearts in the chat. Ask your buddy, ask your neighbor how they're doing. I'm doing pretty good. Ooh, there you go, West Coast. Where are you guys from? Drop it in the chat. I want to know. There you go, some hearts, hey. What up, Pitt? How you doing, man? Ooh. We got some Canadians in here. Eastern Europe. Chi-Town. I used to be from Chi-Town, man. Love that place. San Francisco. West Coast Canada, hey. Haha, Rhode Island. I'd never tell anybody where I'm from. Love it. Los Angeles. Hey. Jeremy. Pennsylvania. Let's go. San Francisco. Joe, how you doing, man? Florida, Florida. Alrighty. Gotta love that. Gotta love that, man. I love Florida. If anything, like for me, my final destination will be Florida. Like that's where I want to move. Massachusetts. Dorino. Ooh, Augusta. Damn, we got some foreigners, man, in here. That's awesome. Good to hear. This guy. Chicago. Beetlejuice showed up. Hey. All right, we're looking good though, man. AMC is it's looking good. All right, so this is what we're looking at, man. This would be considered bouncing off of resistance, so this is good. We're gonna go ahead and leave these lines here, though. Still, we want to go ahead and stay on this regression trend as long as we can. Establish a little bit of support around this area before coming back up, but on the bright side, we are starting to stray away from this inverse pattern, which is good. So we tracked inverse for 2 days, 1.5 days, and now we are right breaking that. You can see, right? So as long as we don't start coming down, I'm saying we're breaking out of this inverse and going clashing against what is this identical pattern. To stay up here for the day. So again, haven't seen that pressure to the downside, so I'm gonna stay very neutral right now and see what goes down. Yo. What up, Mikey? How you doing, man? Shane, what's up, dude? Cheeto Shane, the meme master, my guy. Yo. What's up, Jason? What's up, dude? Sup, how's the boss? Yeah, long time, bro. Where you been? You been, man? We missed you here, man. What's up, my dude? Alright, guys, I want to show you something real quick, and I'll be bringing this up throughout the entire stream, but I'm going to make a video on this. I just want you guys to start to see things from a different perspective, okay, when it comes to AMC. If we just look at things from like going into different phases, like in Wyckoff theory, there's different phases, right? You have your accumulation, distribution, like you have things that happen in different times, but there's no rules really as to how you can sort of like construct these, right? With AMC, we have seen 2 different flags play out before, you know, either coming up or coming down here. So I went ahead and just this is obviously not something that has happened with AMC, but if we continue to see this sort of sideways trading for a little while before coming back up, this is a scenario as to what can happen, right? with AMC. So it's just really looking at AMC from a different perspective, instead of just looking at it as like a whole sequence of patterns happening and one whole technical analysis, right? Look at it from like multiple ways, but this is one way. I'll go more in depth, guys, on that video, but just wanted to show you guys real quick. It's just kind of cool how you can kind of separate these things and make them make a little bit more sense, you know? Yeah, I appreciate a like button, guys. If you like the stream, you like the setup, you like having fun in here, make sure you drop that like and help out the community here with us in here. I appreciate you all. You're all fucking awesome. And have a good ass time with you guys. All very, very genuine people, empaths in here, right? Everybody's an empath. So the Haas, this guy, hype man, I love it. Shane, thank you, man. Thank you for the 99. Appreciate you, man. Love that face. Love that face. Duck closer. What's up, dude? Chris, how you doing? If you guys have any recommendations on what you want on the stream, again, I just want to make it more accessible to you guys. Yesterday, we had a lot of people ask me to like say the price out loud because they're listening on headphones at work. So I do that periodically, but even like just to remind myself, I went ahead and put it on the screen down here to the bottom right so you guys can see what's happening intraday. And it'll be for AMC, obviously. This is going to be AMC on the bottom, intraday. So this is what's happening right now, currently as we speak. It's live on the bottom with the price action. So let me know if you guys like that. If you want anything else added, let me know as well in the comments, and I will try my best to fit it in here. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Mikey, what do I think about adding the spy price by Amy? Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool, man. I'll see what I can do, and maybe have like two chart layouts next to each other. That would be actually pretty awesome. I'll try and see what I can do, man, with that. Maybe we can make something work out. Awesome. All right. Guys, when I go on stream, by the way, I'm here obviously to cover the price action of AMC and what's happening intraday, but as well answer as many questions as I can. Anything you guys want to ask me, go right ahead, and I will do my best to answer it for you. Through my own bias, right? and logically as well. I'm not going to just use my bias, but you know what I mean. Let's pull up AMC real quick. Charts here. I'm gonna pull this up because I thought it was pretty cool. But you can actually go and find charts that have had like 52 week lows, and then have gotten back up, right? Which is something that a lot of like white coffeeans do. Is like they like to sort of scan charts, like previous charts with similar price action, and find that like low on the 52 week. Or again, depending on the stock. But I went ahead and I was like doing a little bit of research. I found Pinterest. If you guys are familiar with Pinterest stock back in 2019 went to pretty good lows. And AMC, man, AMC is looking a lot like Pinterest over here. So I'm gonna pull her up so you guys can see this real quick. This is Pinterest laid over right here. And again, time is unchanged. So this is not a fractal. I did not stretch this in any form of way. It's the exact same time frame. So again, it's not saying that we're going to come up over here, but if you take a look at this sort of movement to the downside, you know, Pinterest had a similar sort of scenario back here where it just kind of confirms that the time it takes for AMC to come down is very similar to what happened to Pinterest, right? This would be a bounce area. So again, I'm not saying that we're going to take this long, right, to squeeze. This would be around like June or July, but it's a good way to sort of see the downward pressure and confirm some sort of downside bounce up here, right? To start climbing back up. I don't know, man. I see a lot of people talking about, you know, seeing like single digits and stuff, and I'm like, I just don't see that happening. It's, again, it's just one of those things, man. Like, we've been going down for so long. November 15th. It's almost 2 months, man. We gotta break out soon, especially with like taxes coming in and you know, like this early start of the year wasn't the most like bullish. It was actually very bearish. So I think the following months are going to be a bit bullish. That's why I think, man, the SPY is not quite done ripping, in my opinion. I don't think we're gonna keep going down. If we keep going down, man, it'll be a correction, like a quick correction, bounce back to new all-time highs. That's just my opinion. Doug, I do personally. I don't think they can keep this up for very long. I don't think the movement is going to let it, if you know what I mean. I think that this movement is way too strong for these larger institutions to be keeping the price where they have been. Happy anniversary, guys, from the time they removed the fucking buy button, right? Yeah, Doug, anytime, man. Any fucking time. Love you, man. Omid, I believe we do need the cost to borrow to go up, because that's an indicator right, that these shares are harder to loan, right? So as cost to borrow goes up, it's harder to find these shares to loan out to these institutions, right? So we do need them to go up, and utilization will typically be at 100% when we see AMC start to squeeze, because again, you're using up all of these shares. So I do believe in that. Once we see that confirmation on Ortex, man, that's good news. And it'll take a couple days. You'll start to see it climb slowly, right? Right now we're sitting at really low, less than 1%. But when AMC started to squeeze, like, dude, that shit was, it went up, man, very, very quickly. So it'll be back to back, 10%, 20%, 40%. Like, it's going to go up very quickly. I think their days of synthetics are almost over now once regulations go into effect. Yeah, so somebody asked that question yesterday where they were like, is this going to affect AMC, like the whole SEC thing? And I'm like, in the long term, yes, but the damage has already been done, so we're just waiting for, we're waiting for the inevitable to happen, right? That is just a waiting game at this point, but this is why it's not going to happen with any other stock anymore, because once these rules pass, you can't over leverage yourself on any position. So these people are fucked, man. They can't, they have to find new ways to cheat. And I'm sure, man, I really hope this isn't the case, but I'm sure they're gonna find a way around this, another loophole. Yeah, lots, G. I'm with you, man. I think we're nearing this end for sure. And guys, be careful with the SPY as well, and just AMC and stocks in general. It typically takes a little bit of time before coming back up. You get a quick, like I've seen this happen multiple times, where we're like trading sideways for a little bit after like not all-time lows, but like after we get that correction, we get a nice bounce, and then we start trading sideways for a little bit before coming back up. So just be careful with that. I know they expect a lot of people to go in on options, on calls, especially if we're going to come back up, and it's a good way to take those premiums. Big Dog, what's up, man? How you doing, my guy? Gavin, it's just personal preference, man. I don't use I use candles to for intraday, man. So as you can see down here, right below the line patterns, I'm gonna call them, you're gonna see intraday, and that is in bar form, right? Because it's something that is happening live, and I think that you want to see that you definitely want to see in candle form, just to see how much volume is coming in. But once it's like set in stone, man, I like to look at things from like a more of like a line perspective, because I use a lot the moving average, right? It's just a better way to see what's happening. With candles, it's a little bit harder, man. It's just personal preference. Yeah, Gavin, I agree with you, man. I agree. I do think it's a better representation, yeah, of just the overall technicals of it is just easier to understand and look at, and you know, especially when you're trying to explain it to people as well, I think it's a little bit better. Lines help you see what the schematics are forming. Candles show a little bit more momentum. Yep. So live momentum is a lot better, obviously, right? Because you're looking at it from what's happening right now as the candle is stretching up and down. But once that candle is set complete, you have your moving average, right? And the moving average is what shows you're a bit like that line, right? It's represented through a line. How can we use TA when rotating a pattern? So this is the thing, man. And here, I'll turn this down just a bit so I can hear myself. So a lot of people ask me that too, man. They're like, why are we doing technical analysis when there's a cycle, right? So this is the thing, bro. I'm gonna pull up the chart here so I can talk with it. If there is a cycle, right, happening, and I'm gonna come back here so you guys can see this real quick. So if there's a cycle happening, right, over and over again, smaller time frames, larger time frames, and then we're in this wedge right now. This hasn't happened, and I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just trying to represent to you why technicals do matter in the end. It's because technicals are used to trick retail longs and shorts, whether they play out or not, right? They don't fail all the time because right here, this flag played out accordingly, right? We had a flag, a pennant, whatever you want to call it. The projector pattern then shot up all this volume, right? The next setup failed, right? We had a flag, and then the projector failed, and we went into a wedge pattern. So with the cycle, you can kind of formulate these scenarios on a technical analysis perspective as to what could happen, right? What's the next play? Because here we were in a wedge, and I was telling people, I'm like, dude, we could have been in a inverse head and shoulders. We could have been in a spring pattern, right? On the Wyckoff perspective, we could have done a double bottom, and that didn't play out. We did a wedge instead, right? And we're still currently on that wedge. So what is going to be the next technical setup on the macro? And we can use the cycle to make these scenarios up, because the cycle is telling us that patterns are repeating themselves in some form of way, whether it's to the upside or the downside. And bro, indicators, man, are awesome. I use a lot of indicators. Specifically for AMC, I focus more on the cycle and what's happening. But again, if I'm able to predict, right, what's happening, basically 50-50, right? Because right now, look at this, man. We're playing inverse. And right now, we seem to be tracking a little bit of both, but mostly you can tell that we've been tracking inverse, right? You see this? Right? Same thing happening down here. So if I can use this, man, to help me out, sort of make these scenarios as to what's going to happen in the near future with technicals, then that's a good way to understand AMC's price action, for sure. Francisco, what's up? Let me know if you got that, man. That I kind of went over the inverse and identical patterns that are playing out right now, for sure. Nathan, anytime, brother. Of course. This guy real quick like that so you guys can see it. I'm gonna, like, periodically I'll be moving this thing so you guys can see it from a better perspective. This is 8 o'clock here. I'll typically start it at like 8, sort of coming out. See, as the volume, guys, you gotta be, this is all coming from the chat, all right? So you gotta pump her up. You gotta throw some elephants when we start to go up so the chat can do its thing and shoot up all that volume up here, okay? Yeah, Paulo, it's definitely a way to read algorithms in the market just because it's used off of option expiration dates. And algorithms run on that because most of the money on AMC is ran through the option chain. That's where all the money is basically stored right now. The shares are important, and there's a lot of money on that side of things because shares are what drives the price up, right? When you have outstanding shares, and then you have a lot of buyers coming in and wanting to bring that price up, that will bring the price up ultimately. But the option chain is a way to leverage that to the upside or the downside, and that's what these institutions are doing. They're using that to help them out. Do I believe the squeeze is over? No way. I think it's all a psychological game, Ben, and we're currently facing the hardest part right now. But soon, man, the tables will turn, okay? Because why? Short interest hasn't changed. Momentum hasn't died. Royal, little, okay, yeah, man. Little tip, read your, yeah, sure. Read the comments before answering them. I'm trying to, man. If I don't do that, I'm sorry, guys. Don't mean to just get ahead of myself there. If I get carried away, I'm sorry. I'll try and read them. I'll narrate it for you, right? Sure. All right, Paulo is asking, do you mean options have any effect on the SPY? On the SP? On the S&P, like S&P 500 or what, man? Oh, on the share price? Yes, they definitely do. Yes. Paulo said if the options have anything to do with the share price, and I believe 1,000% they do, because again, the cycle is based off of dates, right? That time frame is unchanged. You can't do anything with that. With fractals, it's a little bit differently because you can take a fractal and you can shrink it up accordingly to the option expiration date. So if it's a monthly option expiration date and you have that pattern on that range, you could shrink it up 1/4 to make it into a weekly option date fractal. And the reason I believe that is because fractals, again, are patterns that are reflected through human sentiment and trader sentiment on the market, which is, again, what technical analysis is in the end, is just sentiment. It's what the market is feeling in that specific time, right, time frame. So all right, let's see. All right, guys, I'm trying to get to all these questions. All right, so bear with me. Oh, okay. Oma said, I'm not doubting the cycle theory, but if they constantly switch between inverse and identical, how can you predict where the price could go with confidence? So I've never have confidence, man, to be honest with you, in the way things are playing out. And that's why I always give multiple scenarios. I give the bullish, the bearish, and the neutral, because in just here personally in my channel, I don't want to overhype something that I don't believe is going to happen with confidence. And many of you guys know that already, that I always provide multiple scenarios on purpose so that you apply your own view and your own bias on that and make your own decision, whatever that is, right? But I never push just one narrative, because that is a way to trick anybody that's watching can sometimes over rely on something like that, and then again make pretty bad decisions. Myself, I did that multiple times with previous YouTubers and stuff before this whole thing went down. I relied a lot on other people's bias, and again they would put they would release one scenario or one prediction, and when that went down, it was like, bro, well, fuck, man, like, this guy must be right. We get in our heads, man. It's an easy way for traders to just rely on that source of information, and then, right, just lose in the end. So again, I provide multiple ways to look at it, but it is a really good way, man, to understand what is happening and why AMC is being manipulated. So that's why I use it, man. That's why I use it. Again, I mean, we focus on this channel, we focus on the cycle of AMC, but we also focus on the technical analysis of it, because I believe it truly does matter in the end. Even though it's all a psychological game, guys, if we can just understand when they are going to, like, play out these like technicals that are actually happening to the, like, when they actually play out, we will know for sure. Because everything will line up. Everything that's happened prior, whether it's going to be to the upside or the downside, we will have a good judgment. Even if it's a 50-50, bro, that's better than most indicators out there. Don't have a 50-50 chance. It's way more skewed, right? But yeah, man, I appreciate your question. The wedge happened because of the gap around 16. Naja is asking. So if we go back to that wedge, man, it happened. This happened on November 15th. The wedge. We broke out of that projector pattern to the downside, and the cycle actually played out completely inverse. So this was a very important date to me personally, because I actually thought that we were gonna go to the upside. Because that's what the cycle was telling me. But then again, guys, the projector failed and played out completely inverse. So this was a 50-50, right? We could have gone up or we could have gone down. OG, the Star Walker, man, I will play that show maybe towards the end of the stream, if that's cool with you. I'll do that for you, man. That'll be the closer. I got you, man. Aaron said go. So talking about the real short interest, I'm gonna stay, man. I am gonna stay very skeptical with any source of, like, what the real short interest is, if it's not, like, verified through some sort of, like, page like Ortex. Even though it doesn't, like, provide the full, like, you know, the full short interest that we are looking for, that isn't really going to happen, man, if I'm being honest, just because, again, the dark pool is a very anonymous system that retail just doesn't know about. So again, we're trying to be more transparent in the future, and that's why it's not going to happen ever again, guys. But right now specifically, it's really hard to trust anybody that's pushing out anything else, right? Christopher said, can you tell where we are in your chart? Yes. So let's pull up this again. It's the cycle, guys. Okay, the entire cycle, and we are currently right here in the cycle. Okay, so far we have tracked. Again, this was the beginning of it. For those of you that are new to the channel, This is what we track. We track inverse, right? We take this and lay it over here. You can tell it's the same pattern, just tracking inverse. We started tracking identical towards the middle of it, which was very bullish at first, right? Until we started tracking inverse again. Right now, we are still tracking inverse. Okay, so guys, just stay a little bit careful for the rest of the day. Whatever it is that you're doing, man, on AMC, if you're a day trader or whatever, be careful with AMC, because it's, again, just very, very unsure as to what's going to happen with this price action. Because right now, even though we are tracking inverse, the ratio of this pattern is a little bit differently and sort of meshing with what the identical pattern is telling us here, right? Here we had pressure to the downside, and then we had a sort of like rising wedge before coming down, and here we actually crossed over the opening resistance, which is very bullish. So let's just wait and see what happens here on the short term, okay? And again, guys, you can see the pattern, the live pattern down below. The pattern down below will be the intraday, okay? The price action. Right now, we are currently trading at 14.75 for those audio listeners. Okay. Wayne, or let me go to Christopher. Or did I already answer Christopher? Oh, okay. OG Star Walker. Thank you, man. I'm glad you enjoy that. Maybe at some point I'll release a actual profile on Spotify for Trading with Emotions, and we'll go ahead and post that album on there for you, all right? Or YouTube, whatever. Wayne said, hey, TWE, longtime fractal trader as well. Might be onto something big. Yeah, DM me, man, on Twitter. DM me on Twitter, I got you. Wayne, I am working on that with Papa Goose right now. We're working on the Twitter or on the Discord. It's not quite finished yet, but it will be finished soon. Okay. So if you stick along, man, I will. I do have a Discord though. If you look me up, it's just Trading with Emotions, and you can message me on there. There you go. You're in Astros. Yeah, I'm in Astros too, man. You could message me on there. You know Goose? Yeah, man. Goose is my guy. I love that dude. We stayed up for like 2 hours the other day, just talking about his new podcast channel. He's gonna bring in the whole community together and just talk stocks, or not stocks really, but talk AMC, right? What's happening with AMC and GME and stuff like that. Christopher, yeah, man. I agree, and everybody else in the community, man, doing their part too. There's a lot of other channels and people that are also studying AMC, and they're doing a really good job. So I'm glad that we're all coming together, man, to understand, the manipulation and what's happening. It's really cool. Lots, man. I don't. Okay, he's asking if Max Payne comes into play with, the $18 coming up. I personally don't trust the whole Max Payne thing. It worked out for a little bit, but then again, I think it's used against retail once there is a trend pattern, and you have good, you get your couple of weeks where things start playing out. Max Payne comes into play, and then they use that against retail later when things don't hit that Max Payne level, because it's too predictable, man. Like if you told everybody every single week that the price was going to stay at $18, then people would be making a fuck ton of money on options doing that. Ben, do I believe in synthetics? Yes, I do believe in synthetics, my guy. I'll answer some questions here in a bit. Let's just go ahead and see what AMC's doing intraday. Again, we are trading sideways, okay, so that is happening. We did break out of this, so I'm going to leave this here. And let's go back to OBS real quick just to move this guy. We'll move him over here. There we go. All right. So, again, guys, with the current setup for the cycle that we're tracking, this to me seems to be tracking what is the inverse pattern, right? The inverse pattern does suggest that we would come down. However, it's not. It seems like it's wanting to do its own thing right now. So if we could come back here, look. See how it's like comes down, and then now we're sort of like in this identical form, right? So I'd be surprised, man, if we stop following right now and we start to come up. It looks a lot more like the identical pattern right now than it does the inverse pattern, for sure. Right here, this was up, sideways. It's a little bit hard to tell. We'll see. Actually very soon, we're either going to get a breakout or a breakdown. So stay tuned for that, my guy. Very soon. Here it's saying in about 30 minutes, we would start to see that. Or anywhere from now and 30 minutes, we might start to see a break up or break down. So be careful, okay? Not financial advice. All right. We are at 1490 right now. Hopefully break up. We are starting to see some green candles right now. That's good. So this is the deal, guys. For those of you watching right now, every time, so you see this pattern down here, right below the main blue screen and right next to the chat. So the chat, you know, as it's feeding this volume to this intraday bars pattern down below, whenever that crosses into the blue pattern, or into the blue, got me in patterns over here, into the blue portion, so if it touches this part over here, right, then we will go ahead and just focus on intraday for now, because that would be a bullish thing, right, as we are crossing these resistance points and we're going into that sort of like moon territory. So we'll start to play some Muse, we'll start to play some Elephants, some Greta Van Fleet, you know, get all funky in the chat and shit. Alright, Trader in the trees. What up, dude? Moon. Yeah, dude. I hope so. Play some funky cold Medina. Oh, look at that green candle, dude. Yo. Look at that green candle right here, bruh. Alright, is that going to... Yeah, dude, I think that just crossed. You know what that means, baby? Elephants in the chat. Elephants in the chat, boys and girls. That's a big candle right there. That's a good sign. It's been a long time. It's been a fucking long time. Let's go. Elephants in the chat. Look at that, dude. What? Yo! Guys, this was a million, like, literally, bro, a fucking million. That was a million. Wow. I'm shocked. That was a million. That was a million, and look at this candle, dude. Yo. All right, well, let's see what happens, guys, but that's bullish. That's bullish to me. That's a lot. That's a lot of fucking volume on a Friday. 1 million on a fucking Friday, man. That was intense. Wow. See what that did to that. See what happens here. Identical, maybe? Amy, come on, baby. Throw some elephants in the chat, guys. We need some rockets, we need elephants, we need all that shit. Right now, let's go. Starting to morph into an identical pattern. That's really, really good news. But let's see what it ends up doing, guys, because sometimes this one candle ends up being a breakout candle to the downside. So just be very careful, okay? But she's looking good. I want to see that upside. Let's go. Ooh. All right. She's going up. Come on, Amy. It's been too long, bro. It's been too fucking long. Like, dude, I have not seen AMC go up in like a week. This might be it, baby. This might be fucking it. Let's go. Come on, Amy. Yeah. Hearts in the chat, rockets in the chat, anything you could throw in there, monkeys, all of it. Apes, let's go. There we go. Look, wow, man. Guys, appreciate the candle. Look at this candle right here, dude. What the hell? See what this is. Let's see something like this. Alright. Yeah! Let's go! Oh yeah, another green candle. Hamper up, let's go! Alright, she's looking good. She's looking good. This looks like a... This looks like a cup and handle right now. So... Where is it? It looks like a little mini cup and handle. From what I can see. We got this, and then we got our little handle right here. Yeah. She's looking real fucking good. Guys, if this is the breakout, okay? If this is the like if we just hit bottom and we start coming up next week, shit's gonna get real rowdy, man. I'm telling you. Like, I'm ready for this. Let's go. Come on, Amy. Rockets in the chat. Let's go. Look at that, 1503, baby. Come on. What is this? What is this, man? What is this fucking candle? It's a million candle. I have not seen a million candle. Well, back here we did. Yeah, when we started to come up. Look at this. Right here. By itself. Yeah, New Hope, let's go. I'm not standing down, guys. I haven't been this hyped in a long time. I'm sure you guys, like, dude, it's been a pretty boring week, and I think Friday is a good way to come back from this shit, right? Let's do it. Low projector forming. Yeah. Maybe, yeah. Off of this little tiny breakout, hell yeah. Projector forming right here. Okay. Don't give up yet. could be a fake out, but we're not sure yet. All right, let's give it some time. Let it do its thing. Project me, Dad. Of course. I got you. Let's do it. Let's do a projector. Where is it? Hey, I played that one already. I think we need some Muse in the chat. What do you guys think? Muse? Who said that in the chat? Let's see. Don, you said the low projector pattern, right? Yeah, it does look a lot like the projector. So remember, guys, projector on any time frame. Right now we're looking at it on the minute time frame here, but it will accept or reject the volume coming in. Think about it from that perspective, and things make a lot of sense. Okay, you come back, basically you create this sort of arc, a tiny arc that bounces off of resistance, sometimes goes below it, but then bounces really quickly to the upside. So this would be considered a tiny projector. So is it gonna fail or is it gonna succeed? All right, what do you guys think down below? I want to know. Look at that, we're starting to see some green right here. It's projector pattern. Not a cup and handle anymore, so I'm gonna take this off. Let's make it, it's green, because that's what the pattern is. It's a green pattern. Succeed. All right, everybody's saying succeed. Succeed, baby. Yeah, it just bounced off of resistance too. I love the gas. I love the gas, guys. Keep throwing the gas in there. And the elephants. Amy's loving that. Remember, AMC's inflicting all this from the chat, so you gotta throw them in there. Hey, love it. This guy, 10% for the big guy. Look at him go. Throwing all these rockets, man. Going ham with it. Hey, let's get it. She's looking nice. Woo! All right, so currently right here. It's a good point of support right here. All right. So, whoa. All right. Let's wait a little bit. Let's wait a little bit for it. All right. No confirmation yet. Come on. You want that? Is that what you want? Project. Project it. They won't control us, guys. We will be victorious. Let's go. No more controlling. No more manipulation. I'm tired of this shit. Come on. It's a little falling wedge. Yeah, you're right. It is a little fucking falling wedge. Guys, I love the emojis you're throwing in the chat. She's really loving this. Love it, love it, love it. All right. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, Amy? Yeah, good, bro. Honestly, Rage Against the Machine is another band that is like fighting against the freaking system. We could do Rage. 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 Yeah. Come on. I want that rage, baby. Good recommendation, man. I don't know why I hadn't even thought about that. Rage, bro. Haven't listened to Rage in a while. Good shit. Good shit, man. Thanks for that, Gavin. Thank you.
Those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. Killing in the name of. Killing in the name of.
She's respecting this line, and I'm loving her for it. I love that. We got a little flag down here. See?
Now you do what they told ya. And 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 now you do what they told ya.
Come on.
And now you do what they told ya. And now you do what they told ya. Those who died are justified for wearing the badge and your chosen white. You're justified.
ABC, there you go, buddy. Power to the people. Hell yeah. Look at that. We might break out. There it is. Just a breakout. We just broke out, guys, of this little flag. Let's do it right there.
Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. Killing in the name of. Killing in the name of.
Hey, Dougie, that playlist will be on Spotify, man. On the link below. Just click it down below. It'll be on there, man. All right, we're breaking out, guys. We're breaking out. Yeah, don't do what they told you, bruh. Don't do what they fucking told you. Oh, yeah. Amy's loving this shit, baby. Look at that. Let's go. Hell yeah, dude. Just loving this. More green candles, baby. All the way. Hey, come on, Amy. They're loving you. Let's go. All right, guys, we are creating this projector pattern right here. This can shoot up, man, very fucking quickly. All right, so let's just wait. But this is a projector right here. So is this going to fail or is it going to succeed, man? It's one or the other. Something like this. Make sure you guys drop a like, guys. AB's gonna love that shit. Get this thing pumping and up and coming, baby. I'm gonna pull up something real quick so you guys can see what is going on. Wouldn't that be nice? This is the projector pattern right here. See? See how similar they look? Move this here for a second. Make the screen. And that's what it would be, like that. So, again, when the projector fails, the complete opposite happens. But when it succeeds, that's when it starts to ramp up and come up. So if we start to see pressure to the upside, you gotta thank the projector pattern. There's the next candle right there, see? All right, I'm excited, man. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Get this shit up and going. Come on, baby. Projector. Projector. What up, Mac and Beast? What up, my guy? All right, we need more music. Oh, come on, Amy. If she's gonna fail this shit, man, I'm like, gotta bounce off of this line down here. Right here, need to bounce. If she comes down, guys, this would be a failed projector, okay? I'm gonna show you an example of a failed projector. Failed projector is this one down here. And succeed is up here. Failed, succeed. Rockets in the chat, baby. What's it gonna be? All right, Amy. All right, Amy is being a tease again. And now we play music to shed a tear for a little bit. It's not failed just yet, but again, you can tell the difference, guys, between a like up here. Do you see how it comes up? It comes up both times. It's like basically about to ramp up and go. You can tell, like, the momentum doesn't stop. This looks a lot more like the projector in November. So there's a possibility that we do come down, just because, again, we have this selling pressure here, guys. We see this happen multiple times. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer or anything, but I'm being very realistic with you guys. So let's just see, because again, sometimes these patterns do morph into other things. Like, this could still be a flag, a little wedge here, right? But then again, once you cross down, same thing happens back here, right? Once you cross down that flag and come, that's when you break to the downside. So I'm gonna be as realistic and transparent with you guys, because that is the goal. Okay, I'm not trying to Like, once things start to come up, man, I become a hype man, and you see that, right? The music and the visuals and all that shit. But when we start coming down, I'm gonna be extremely transparent and real with you. Let's see if the projector starts to shake up again. Sometimes you do see certain projectors play out multiple. They play out two. This might be a smaller one that morphs into a larger one. So we'll see. Let's see what the intraday is showing us. I'm sorry, not intraday. The cycle here. Oh God. Okay. Alright, so we are starting to look a little bit more like the inverse, guys. Again, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer, but if we don't come up soon, we are starting to look a lot more like the inverse pattern. Right here, it was like a little bit green, right? And then now we're starting to come up and sort of might test lower levels. We'll see. We'll see. We did just cross this, guys. If we cross this point down here, we are probably going to come down again. Unless we come back into that channel, again, it's possible that we make a bigger projector, but here I'm just showing you specifically how these things work, guys. Okay? It's a projector pattern. Let's put it here. I think that's decent. Yeah, no. Like that. There we go. That would be a decent representation here, and then here, when it succeeds, you start to see the same thing but ramp up a lot quicker too. So these are different versions. The downside is typically not as harsh as the upside, right? The upside is typically a lot stronger. So again, to the moon. Yeah, man. Tickles, yeah. I don't know if you were here for us comparing the projector pattern to what happened, but right now, yes, it did. It's looking like it's failing that projector pattern. So let's just keep an eye out for that, man. Because if it does, then it's likely this is going to be following a inverse pattern here. Cameron, Bame, what's up, dude? What up, baby? Playing this for you. Last Shadow Puppets. Henry, yeah, it's looking like it failed, but again, man, we could come back to that channel and then it'll be a different story. So let's just keep an eye out for this. But right now, it is looking like it failed. Oh my Amy, you little fucking tease, you piece of shit. Well, not you, but like the you know, fucking manipulators. Prime example, though, of a projector pattern fail or succeed scenario. Prime example. Let's see what this would look like. This would actually make a lot of sense too, guys, because you would have a more of like an inverse. I would say this is inverse head, or no, this would be a head and shoulders technically. Shoulders, head, shoulders, a larger head and shoulders. So this pattern itself is actually kind of weird, but it's the same pattern back here. It's fucking weird. Just flipped. Look at that. It's fucking crazy, right? Wow. Alright guys, we are coming down. I don't want to see us cross this support level here, or else we are going to be in a short-term bearish territory, okay? Braden, they don't, he's saying that past results don't predict future outcomes. Of course, it all depends on the setup, but projector patterns are real, and you can look at them on literally on any stock. You will find a projector pattern. I'll give you an example. If you've been on this channel, buddy, you will know that AMC has gone through a couple, right? One right here. One right here. And one right here. This one was a double projector. It could play out like this too. Remember, projectors will reflect themselves multiple times if they have to. And this is why this entire thing is not quite over. If it starts to come up, there might be a bigger projector in the works. So you have to look at it from every single time frame. This is how fractals end up not playing out sometimes, guys. Is because the time frame is not looked at correctly. Well, let's look at if it's inverse or not. Starting to look a little bit more inverse than identical, but we'll see. It might not be this drastic, man, coming down, you know? Again, because they pushed us up, right, and the ratio changed here. Took a little bit of the identical and created downward pressure and then upside, right? But not the same way. So even if we do come down, I see us probably testing the like $14 level around there. If we come down, All right. Amy, you little tease. Freaking tease. Still got that though. Still break up, maybe. We'll see. We break down again, guys. It's gonna be a quick breakdown if we do. You'll see it. It'll be a little bit drastic. And it'll happen around this area if it does. So right now we're gonna like kind of trade sideways here to the downside if we start playing out this this fractal, and then it'll right here is where we're gonna start to see some pressure like this. But we'll see, man. Maybe there is still room to come up, but you have to set up on that projector.
If you give a little more than you're asking for, your love will turn the key. Darling mine, I would wait forever for those lips of wine. Build my world around you, darling. This love will shine, girl. Watch it and see. If you give a little more than you're asking for, your love will turn the key.
Got talent. Are we close to a run? Did we make a bottom? So I'm looking, man, to see what's going to happen in the short term, in the days coming, because if we look at the current setup, man, right? If things were to play out this way, right, where we come back down to 8 to like 11 and sort of trade on this range, I'm looking to break to the upside, dude. I don't see how these you'll see where the moving average is. But here we actually went up, so let's flip this guy and see how it looks. Something like that, I don't know. It would be nice for them to bring us up so we could start breaking out of this channel and then create something else, right? But it's also possible that we get one more drop, man, and it might, who knows, it might be Monday. The indicator here, man, would be here. This is just, guys, again, this is not a prediction or anything. I'm trying to show you different perspectives in the market on AMC. So let's see. Let's look at this real quick. So according to the cycle and what it's tracking, this is what we've done, right? There's heavy volume, guys, coming up in the next couple of days. History, guys, on the cycle does matter. These events right here are one of the most important because that's where the most amount of volume was traded back on June 3rd, right? Remember when we went up to 77? I beat Andy Gibb over here. Give me a sec. All right. So what this means is, like, there's going to be heavy pressure to the downside or upside in the near future. You see it happen multiple times in the cycle, right? Bring it back here. Pressure to the downside. Okay? Pressure to the downside. Heavy pressure. And then heavy pressure right here to the downside. So that hasn't happened here yet. Okay? We're still on this phase. And I'm looking to sort of establish the support levels that we need for this breakout so that we don't, right, come to the downside. Now, if there might be one more heavy push, it's going to take them a lot of freaking shorting to do that. But if we do, then I would assume that it would be something like this, right? Because taking us from 14, man, to 11 is a lot of pressure, believe it or not. Not like on the grand scheme of things, but that percentage is huge compared to something, even though it looks smaller on the scale, it's going to be very similar to any pressure that you see on the downside up here because we're dealing with different price action.
You're mistaken if you're thinking that I haven't been cold before. As you bit into your strawberry lace, then offered me your attention in the form.
All right, we're actually breaking up here. I wonder what's in the works then. If we don't break down, guys, this might be a new setup, and we have to re-extend what is the projector pattern because this might be something else. See how it looks. Upside, it's very tiny right now though, so we have to give it some time because sometimes we come up and then again they will bring us very, very quickly back down. I'm gonna take this off because it's, and I'll take this guy and hide it. What happened to the music? Is it like lower, man, or what? Yo, what up, Dude Pro X? What's up? What up, buddy? What's up, baby girl? Looking like a professional streamer. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. For you guys, look. I want you guys to have the full experience, okay? I want you guys to see what I'm doing up here. I want you guys to see the price of AMC. I want you to see the intraday of AMC and the chats, man, so you guys can, you know, talk to each other and pump up AMC right here, you know, because it's getting, all the fuel is getting transmitted, right, and it's pumping AMC. So if you throw elephants in the chat and rockets, she's gonna appreciate that and then go up, right? But sometimes she's a bit bipolar, and it doesn't matter how many things you get her. She won't like you, and then she'll come back down. I don't know. She's weird. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, let's take this. Let's take this away for a second. Again, when we stop tracking certain fractals, guys, that's a good thing. But now what you can see is, right, this itself kind of, you can even consider this a larger fractal on what the projector is, because once you take this, right, not this one, but the other one, if it's not on the same time frame, right, it changes. So this is why it's very important to always look at things from a different time frame, different perspective, because it can play out that way too. You can see right here, right? It's a different projector that could be playing out back here. Why? Because the setup is good. It's ready to go. We are literally on support, man. This hasn't broken down, so it's not bearish yet. So if we respect this and play out a new projector pattern, then that's good. That is perfect. That's what we need. And we are getting freaking green candles. So put fucking rockets in the chat and let's play some rage. Let's rage against the machine, bro. Let's fucking rage. Let's rage with Amy. Just don't be a fake out, please. Sing, man. I'll rap for you. Killing in the name of... Yeah. Let's go. Let's do it, baby. Come on. Projector pattern. New projector pattern. At least new projector pattern. Sorry if that if that was loud. I'm sorry. I apologize. I think I went a little too ham there. Come on, dude. Some of those that work forces draw the same that burn crosses. Bro, I swear, man, if you guys have been to a Rage concert, I'm jealous as hell, dude. I bet that shit was awesome back in the 90s. If you are going to a freaking Rage Against the Machine concert, hype times for sure. What are you gonna do, Amy? What are you gonna do? Alright, with this as well though, I am going to bring out this pattern as well. So both can play out. It's like right in the middle. Alright, I'm gonna bring up the conversion table real quick because I don't want to just stretch those patterns. I want to make sure they're valid. Again, the way I do that is I take the projected pattern, timely cycles at. There we go. So this is going to be I'm going to do one full cycle here. So that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, there's one cycle. Am I gonna do this? So one cycle is 1 to 1 on the time frame on the 1 minute. So I just gotta stretch this down on the 1 in the day. And then 3 to 3 is 11. There we go. So this would be a valid right here cycle. Oh wow, it's literally almost spot on. There we go. There you go. I'm jealous as hell. Tickles, I'm jealous, man. Jealous. All right, we are just kind of chilling, coming down. So let's see what happens.
Cutting the page, things are looking up. That time is out of my range. One drink's what led to the change. Out on my own, kicked out of the show. I'll take what's mine and I'll go. It's just like
All right, so we are not. The projector pattern does seem like it took a downturn and it's coming down. So let's go ahead and just focus here on what the possibilities are, right? Also, according to this, right, inverse pattern, and the downfall that it's taking right here, right? How long can it go down? Let's take a look at that real quick. Bring that guy down. Okay, so yeah, this would be, to me, this would be confirmation, guys, that we are taking a breather. And I don't want to use this like as reference. I'm just trying to show you guys what the conversion is for taking fractals to a smaller range. So this isn't like indicating anything or whatever. It's just the conversion that we use. so that fractals make sense. You don't want to just grab it and stretch it, right? Okay, so from last January, Road? It's looking like it might. No, I mean, it all really depends, man, on what the setup is going to be. But again, I do highly believe, man, that the projector is needed for that, because these institutions know that, like, they know that too many people are hoping for like a VW type of like scenario, especially the way it's set up right now. It looks very much like that, right? Where we come down and then it just shoots up, and I think, again, that's a way to make people go into options, say that it's gonna squeeze next week or whatever because we're at all-time lows. I think climbing there, man, is going to confirm that for sure. Once we start getting those steps, those healthy steps to the upside, we'll confirm it. We get dragged down, man, because it's just the market sentiment, and it's what these institutions sometimes use to help them, right? Bring the price down, because again, they don't want retail or anybody talking about how they are manipulating the price. So the way they're able to keep that on the DL, right, is by using an indice or something against it, right? Oh, the SPY's coming down, we have to come down with it. And not only do they take advantage of that, but then retail will also be selling and bringing the price action down. Like it's both parts here. You have people selling and you have them, again, shorting it as hard as they can to bring the price down. But yeah, right now, to me, this is confirmation, guys, that we might be getting some downside on the short term, at least. Here we go. We'll talk about it. It'll be all good. This is what we got across this. So now we're probably going to bounce off of that and then keep coming down, do something like this. Here, let's do fib levels real quick. Yeah, there we go. We bounced off of, man, I always have to go back. I have the worst memory. 0.382. Yeah, do something like this probably on the downside. So, whoa. Right, trade and then come down and then bounce here, right? Just repeating that sort of pattern. And then here we might just not follow that, because on a macro level, again, you don't want to, I don't believe this is going to be a double bottom. It might, but we'll see. You see a very similar structure up here, except here we did go all the way down. So again, remember, guys, with the cycle, it's very easy to inflict, right, the neighboring patterns, to shift them around. If certain things are happening here and you see these institutions like taking advantage of the opportunity here, according to what's happening on the news, what people are talking about on Twitter, Webull, everywhere, Reddit, you get the opportunity to go long and short it. And then these events will not happen so roughly in the future, because they're trying to create a sort of pattern structure that is going to appeal or not to retail, right? So all that means is that they are in the macro trying to create a new pattern. And this is why I believe that this is important, is because they use this, guys, to be able to like on a macro level, they use this to be able to create these patterns that ultimately lead to the downside or the upside, right? So looking at these patterns as like phases is a better way to understand what's happening with the price action of AMC. Let's look at Stop Go Tracker real quick. So weirdly enough, guys, the fee has been climbing very slowly, but it has, because it used to be at 0.06% the last couple of days, and then today it went up to 0.07 in the morning, and then now it's at 0.08. So it's climbing. It definitely is climbing slowly, but it's been very consistent in where it stays. It stays at around 0.6, and now it's at 0.8, and there's only 5 million available. So again, this week is not it's not a bullish week, because there's in the money, guys, there's 3,000 calls. Out of the money, there's 194,000. Okay. That was Parcells, man. You can see it. The link below, man, takes you straight to the Spotify link. Of course, audio listeners, we do have 1445 right now, the level at which AMC is trading currently. This would be nice though, because if you look at it from like a sort of like a distribution like pattern, you know, like as the white coffeeians like to say, right? This would be a weird spring, but it would be, just because it's more of a macro spring that takes you to the LPS and then SOS, right? This would be the SOS. And the SOS leads to what is this projector pattern that ultimately kicks off and takes you to that squeeze, right? So there's many ways you can look at this, but this would be, again, guys, this would be another scenario. Yeah, Shane, of course. Thank you, man. Thank you for that. Trying to make it as appealing as I can to you guys and easy to understand, and again, trying to be a little versatile as well with what I provide. That's why I have the chart down below. For those of you that don't know what's going on below, it's AMC's intraday pattern, and again, we have the price action right next to that for everybody to see. Let's look at the SPY real quick, just to see what it's doing. Went to 421 on the 24th, 26th, and then here 437. Wow. Yep, and then that bounce. Everybody, man, it's so volatile, bro. Crazy. But yeah, sideways. Again, be careful, guys, with the SPY. We are trading sideways a lot. It's doing some weird shit. But if we get another bounce, I would see us coming down here again to 420 before starting to come up. I don't think, like, again, guys, if we get a correction on the SPY, and this has a lot to do with AMC, I think on the long term, I think if we do a correction, a small correction, 20%, whatever, 15%, whatever it is, I would say we would come back up and still make all-time highs before any market crash happens. And if that's not the case, market crashes don't go down in 2 weeks. They take years, okay? So, again, we do something very weird with market crashes where it's just not rational at all. It looks very, very, very just sideways on the macro, and it tricks a lot of people into thinking we're going to go down, straight down. So let's go back here. We are starting to track inverse, okay? Again, I don't want to freak anybody out, but I'm showing you what the cycle is providing for us. And right now, what it seems like it's doing, it's more of tracking an inverse pattern, guys. There it is. There's the intraday downfall here, guys. We did cross this, so it's likely, again, that we will see somewhere around this level and then trade sideways for the rest of the day, in my opinion. We always get this, guys. Again, think of it as not what can happen unless somebody does some heavy covering right now, right? Which would be unexpected, realistically, from just a technical analysis perspective. If nothing crazy is happening, it would be very normal for AMC to sort of bounce off of this area again, repeating and flipping what happened back here. And then if we get a double bottom, then we would come back to this level and then sort of bounce back, right? But in my opinion, I think they're trying to keep us at the $14 level. So I think we're going to bounce here and then do something like this for the rest of the day. So we'll see. I personally don't think, where is it? Sorry guys if I keep moving this for you. I don't think the downfall here on the inverse pattern would be as drastic, again, because the ratio here is showing that the downside bounced very quickly, interfering right with what the identical pattern was. So now that it's up here, they can take it down, creating that downward pressure and similar patterns, just not on the same ratio. So it's not going to go down all the way down here, right? This would be indicating that we would come down to like 11, and that's just not the case. So again, that's why I think we're going to stick on that $14 level for the rest of the day. We will prevail, though, at some point. Guys, it's all right. We just got to be patient, and things will play out, okay? It's very important that we try and look at things from this perspective. I promise you, it'll make you feel better. Just knowing that these are all their own phases, and once we break out of that phase, then we can start looking to see how things will play out, right? But within the phase, until you break out of these zones, you should just stay, on your conviction, be fine, just rest up, think easy, guys. It's the ranges that matter, okay? That's when we can either look at things from the positive side or the negative side, right? As long as we're in that range, in that zone, you should be fine. Don't look at the intraday as some sort of way to let you down, right? Because the intraday is very micro compared to what's happening on the big picture. So again, stay positive, guys. We're still on this zone, on this phase. Once a wedge is bullish, this is very bullish, especially with the volume. Let's bring the volume here real quick. Volume is nice. Okay, it's very dry, heavy volume here, a little bit on the downward pressure here. So you can even see like divergence happening throughout the entire wedge. And then now we're picking up on that volume. Okay, we haven't dropped completely. So if we do get heavy volume to the downside and a quick spike up, creating this spring, at that point, it's almost inevitable that we're going to break out of this wedge. Because, again, typically divergence, right? Bullish divergence shows the entire volume coming down at first before picking up and shooting back up, right? So let's wait and see what happens. $14.40 we are trading at right now. Yeah, look at that, Milo. Shout out to you, my guy, for saying that. He is 1000% correct. A short position is a guaranteed future buy. Simple as that. That is exactly how the cycle works. Okay, the cycle is ran through, right? You see it happen over and over again, right? This entire pattern here is a shorted pattern, and in the future, you will see its the mirrored version of this specific pattern, right? In the way it plays out, back here and back here, right? You can even see like the lines where they're shorting it, and that is on every single time frame. But you see it more on the macro with how things get shorted, and then the pattern will play out inverse, right, or mirrored, however you want to say it, which is them shorting, covering. Goes both ways. These institutions can also go long and then use this as leverage in the future to short. Okay, it goes both ways. All right, looking good. Looking good on the setup, right, that we have. Even though it's a bearish one, it's still a yeah, we're good. Yes, this is Ariel Pink, my guy. Ariel Pink. If you guys have any recommendations on what you would like to like me to cover on AMC specifically, like to do with the cycle and technicals and stuff like that, make sure you drop it down below, because I definitely would love ideas for, you know, for you guys, right? Whatever it is that you're looking for in this channel. It's all about you guys. Marky Mark said more correlation examples. Those were awesome. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that for you guys. Scott Shields. I should contact Extreme Gains. So yeah, we talked on Twitter very early on in the where we both actually kind of we both around the same time started doing basically the same. Like I was doing the whole cycle thing and he was doing the algo thing. So we both around the same time started pushing our stuff. So I went ahead and talked to him. He said at some point we would, collaborate on that. That would be cool. I would love to hear his perspective right now and clash on that, man. If he's cool with it, I love talking about this stuff. So he can come, like, or me go on his channel and do it like a duo stream. That would be awesome, and we could talk about this. But yeah, if you guys want that to happen, go ask the guy or post it on Twitter or something like that. I'm sure he would see that as well. And then on my part as well, I can contact him and set something up in the future. That'd be cool. Papa Goose is doing something similar where he's basically gathering everybody in the community that's doing like cycles and fundamentals, everything that has to do with AMC on every sector, and he is going to basically put this entire like interview process into one single like interview almost for everybody to see. And he's gonna do this every week, so it's really, really cool. You guys should look out for that, man. Like, Papa Goose is working on basically being the journalist here for like the AMC community. It's really, really awesome. Oh yeah, did Scott say that he would talk to me? Or yeah, man, I would love to. I would love to talk to him because he looks at things from a very similar perspective, in the sense that, right, we both agree there's an algorithm. My algorithm is just a tad different in the sense that it's more cyclical, and his is more like studying the fractal parts of it, which is really, really awesome. So he goes more like in depth, right, as far as like how fractals are working and running in the system. But I would love to talk to him. To show him how both can set up and understand what's happening with AMC and how we can predict these scenarios, right? So yeah, man, I'll definitely reach out to him and see if he wants to do like a little dual stream and we can both talk about cycles and algorithms. That would be awesome. Yeah, Scott, that's awesome, man. You can clip this too if you want. Go right for it. We'll definitely do something. I've been on what do you call it? I talked to Rico before when he was doing the whole like Wyckoff thing. Dave came in here yesterday, Dave Marino, and we were talking a little bit about the SPY and how that correlates. Everybody has a nice way to look at AMC, and man, I just love this community, bro. I love everybody that's doing their part. It's awesome. Just keeping that energy going, guys. And Scott speaks to the drummer in me. Awesome, dude. I appreciate you, man. Love you too. Thank you very much for your kind words. Milo, thank you so much, man, for the $199. Digging the new setup. Thanks for AMCTA. Of course, any day for you, baby. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for the support. So again, we are following a similar structure to what's happening back here, and I'm looking for these levels, guys, for the rest of the week. Let's see real quick. I want to see something. Because we bounced off very quickly here. We didn't get the spring we were looking for. But again, guys, this... So for it to be more of a confirmation spring, it does have to look very... okay, hold up. Let me change this because it's... Let's do 100. Okay. Spring confirmation would have to be very quick in the way it looks on the macro. So that's why right now they're keeping it like this, because it's not really confirmation of a spring yet. And that's why, guys, again, in the short term, if we do get a spring action right here, guys, on this specific pattern, inverse, and we do come down, I personally think that would be very quickly, again, going to what is this like scenario back here, where we come down to 11 or whatever, not cross single digits. I would not want to do that. But if we do come down and it's heavy, I would want to see something very, very quick happen, where it's like down and then up. Okay, let's go. But yeah, you can. Now we are most certainly tracking the inverse pattern. All right, we'll bring this guy down here, and let's move the identical down real quick so you guys can. Hey, Christos, buddy, it's all good, man. Just know that we're all in this together, man. Like the whole community, okay? It's gonna be okay in the end, bro. It's the entire thing is set up, bro, to play with your emotions. Just keep that conviction, man, and don't let the price action on the daily affect you so much. In that sense, remember, like, let's look at it from this sort of like face perspective, so that you know that if we're in a channel we haven't broken out, that it's okay, you know, like we still have room to come up and do our thing and be okay. I know we're at lower levels, and it's not the best thing for AMC, but at some point, bro, this entire spring can only be sprung in so much, right, before it pops. And the short interest just shows that, man, that it just hasn't changed. The short interest is still really, really high. Stay with that conviction, brother. We're in this together, man. If you need anything, if you need to talk on a personal level, you can always hit me up, man. Milo is well with you, buddy. It's definitely a emotional roller coaster is what it is. The entire market runs on this emotional roller coaster, where you get your little phases, right, where things are happening, and where things are exciting, where things are playing out just how you want them to, but they will also play out on the downside, and that is inevitable. It will always do that. It's just a giant roller coaster. On the way up is exciting and fun, but on the way down, it's frightening, right? And that is cycles, man. That is inevitable. But we're at that stage, right? We're on the denial stage right now. If you look at a roller coaster, right? You got your little ride, and then down here we're in denial, right? And we're riding it up and down, and then more denial, and it's like, okay, well, when is this bottom going to stop? But at some point we get to levels where you just cannot take it down anymore, and it's going to just jump back up, because the next people are getting on it. More people are getting on the roller coaster, and we're gonna start coming back up again. And then this time there's gonna be, right, the complete opposite happen, where we start really going up on these larger loops, that will take us to new highs and shit. So it's okay, man. It's just a short-term view of just nastiness, right? Nastiness, but it's all right, man. It's all right. Yeah, and then the crash down from 20 to 5 was very intense, man. That happened in a matter of like a week or two. So it was very, very drastic. I had gone in, bro. I bought AMC, kid you not, at $21 when that happened. I bought AMC at $21, and that was for me. That was my first lesson on what had happened. For this amount of time, I was like stressing hard. I was like, dude, what the actual fuck? Why'd they take away the buy button? That is so messed up. I was so pissed off. I'm still pissed off, right? But again, it's just the way they do this, bro. It's a way they do it to manipulate the entire stock, and it's just nasty, bro. It's just fucking nasty. We gotta stay strong, guys. All right, it's just a short term. Be smart. Cheer up. It'll be good. Sub Haas the boss. Thank you so much, man, for helping out as well with that, and giving any emotional advice is definitely welcome, right? Not financial, but emotional is. We're can be each other's therapists. And that's what this channel is all about, really, man, is trying to cheer you guys up when the price is not where you want it to be, right? We need to just be calm, be happy. It's just short-term price action. Nothing bad and crazy has happened, right? We haven't gotten to single digits, and we're looking good right now. We're looking good. Remember, guys, along the way, they will try their hardest to shake off people, right? Create excitement. And once that drop happens, it's just a way to shake off people, right? Before coming back up. It's something they do over and over again, right? Right here. Everywhere. Right here. Up, 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 up. Okay? Christos, I love you, man. All right? Hearts to you, okay? You're a good guy. I can sense it. Everybody, tell Chris that you love the guy. Christos, we love you. Love you, man. It'll be good. We love everybody, though. Yes, we do love everybody in the chat as well. I know, Milo, you were saying, Milo, you were saying you were having similar situation happen as well. All we can do, guys, is just stick together, man, and try and cheer everybody up, right? When shit like this is going down. Got a little SPY reversal. Is that what's happening? Let's see. Yeah, we do. We have a little SPY action happening. Make sure that didn't like screw up the lines. Okay, yeah, we're good. Yeah, we do have a little SPY reversal coming up. I don't want it. Remember, guys, we do typically come into this channel right down here. We come back up, right, and then we come back down. So I want you guys to keep that in mind, okay? When these things happen, I'm gonna redraw this so you guys can see it from right, like this. And depending on the time, right, even 2 o'clock, they might even take us up here and then take us back down like that. Or it could go both ways. We don't have to play out this entire thing to the downside. We can start coming up here, and this could be more of a I would say more of a flag here on the macro, something like this, right? Before coming back up. So there's a lot of ways you can look at it, but we do have some nice volume. I'm gonna take this off now because it's not following in it anymore. Let's take this guy too because it's a little messy. But we'll see what happens, right? Looking at these levels right here. If we cross that, then I'm a little bit bullish. As long as we bounce off, right? We do something like this. Something like this, right? And then bounce off, and we start coming up here, then that's already a good sign. It's a really good sign.
Yeah, you're bald.
Hey lover, I could be like any other. And if another tries to come and blow my cover, you would mutter,
Hey fucker, there could be no any other than my lover. He's my one and only other, right lover.
yeah baby, you could drive me fucking crazy with your ways. See, I'm a sucker and I crave thee. Am I crazy?
No honey, I will give you all my money. Ain't it funny that it seems nothing but scummy compared
All right, let's read some chat in here, guys. Moon Trader, of course, any day for you. Where do I want to see the volume next week? So I want to see us, again, if we are going to follow this entire thing inverse, okay? Right now, it's been back and forth, man. Identical, inverse, identical, inverse. Like it's... I want to see us play this entire sequence identical. If we are going to be looking bullish, this has to play out identical. So again, that's just something to wait for. Really no way to predict that, man. As far as the volume goes, once that starts to like establish a little bit more, and we break out of the wedge. I'm looking to break out of the wedge. That to me, that is a bullish signal. Because again, they can only do so much with the technicals, man. Once we set up and we break out, a lot of people are going to come in volume-wise. So right now it's very uncertain, guys, and a lot of people do not know what is happening, and it's a lot harder to be making right these scenarios and stuff, because there's very little that we know. And again, the channel that we're in, we're still trading sideways in, so we need more confirmation to the upside. Willie, how you doing, man? All right, we're getting a candle to the upside, so that's good. All right, so before anything, guys, like, this is a tiny, tiny little cup and handle, but I want to see us cross this channel and bounce off of this channel before anything. Okay, so if we start coming up here and we bounce, then that would be short-term bullish. So I want to see that. So lots. I think this is what I think with that, man. I think the MOAS is going to be a surprise at first, like the first, and this is why I believe this. Like I do believe that it's a setup. It'll be the setup first. Like I do believe that we are gonna have a projector. We're gonna slowly come up before anything. But once we start getting these spikes that happen, they're gonna happen very quickly. Like in a day, they're gonna happen very quickly to spike up premiums as much as they can, because I think they're still gonna use premiums against us. So the premiums are gonna, if you're not in that specific day, and it might happen on a very unexpected day where nobody's like really looking at the market. So I think those people might miss out on that like short term for like options or anything like that. However, I think the MOAS itself will last multiple weeks. It's going to go up for weeks and weeks and weeks, but at that point the options are going to be extremely, extremely expensive, and nobody's going to want to go in on options. So that's why it's very important that shares are what like matter the most, because once you go to those price levels, it's not even trying to, you can win on both sides, man. You can go in on options and gain off of the premium, but shares are like way more guaranteed than anything, because options obviously expire, and that's a way that they're able to manipulate that, right? So it's, for options, it's more of like getting in early more than anything, and shares is just like holding over time and waiting for that specific event to happen, and then use that once you find that comfortable level to sell at, right, to take your profit. But yeah, it's all gonna matter, man. In the short term, the premiums are gonna be huge for options, for anybody that does options. Oh, my back. Ugh, my back is like so stiff. Trying to work on my posture, man. We're looking good though. Right now, we are looking pretty good. I think I think it would start pre-market, might start after hours as well. That'll be like the ramp up, so that as it opens, the premiums are already like really, really high, right? We've seen this happen with AMC and GameStop in the past. They ramped it up pre-market and after hours to create these really, really expensive premiums right as the market opens, because retail tends to go in very quickly, especially right on that open mark. It's like 8:30, and it's like the premiums for options are the most expensive, depending on what you get, right? If it's calls or puts. So we are nearing after 2 o'clock. It's just the last hour of trading here. Yeah, lots. Anytime, man. Thank you for coming in the chat, man, and asking. I appreciate you, dude. All right. Oscar just asked tea or coffee. I say coffee, man, all the way. I think tea is nice for like a late night session, but coffee, man, coffee all the way, 1000%. Tickles 13 just crossed 48 on the minute. Let's go green, boom, boom. Yeah, we could start seeing that green, man. Let's see that indicator, right? That what's his face is talking about. Larger projector, maybe? Not quite, because on a macro, the projector would, oh God, I'm looking at it from this other, okay, I didn't mean to do that. Let's put this back here, stretch her out, do that, leave that guy there. Okay, let's go here on the bigger screen. So, yeah, this is starting to look nice. So let's go ahead and play some Knights of Sidonia, because yeah, AMC likes that song a lot, and it's just so hype, you know. And Amy wants some rockets, guys, and she wants elephants and apes. She wants the whole deal. So make sure you give it to her. Okay, be nice. Be real nice. I think we're gonna start running some big candles coming up. I'll talk about the larger projector thing in a little bit, just because we are coming up, and you know what that means, right? Throw them in there. Come on. Oh, wow. Alrighty. I wonder if we'll do a cup and handle, or if we're just gonna shoot up. See what happens.
take me alive. The time has come to make things right.
1470 we're at, guys. Anybody audio listening? 1470.
You and I must fight to survive. No one's gonna take me alive. The time has come to make things right. You and I must fight for our rights. You and I must fight to
This guy, 10%. Look at him. Look at him throwing all these elephants and rockets in the chat. He really wants to pump her up. Hey. It's Knights of Sidonia, Josh. Knights of Sidonia, my guy. Oh, look at that candle right there. It's a nasty candle. All right, let's play. We gotta play something. Something pumpy. I'm gonna keep playing Elephant because Elephant is the OG song. Getting A. OG as hell. Let's go. My ear. Come on. If we don't hold 14, 12, yeah, it's possible, man. 11, 12 is possible if we don't hold these levels. In the spring would then, I'm telling you, bro, it's gonna be a quick spring at that point. I don't know if we will cross single digits if I'm being honest with you. I personally don't think so. But again, man, it all depends on what these institutions want to do with the price. Take a little leak real quick. go. Oh, look at that. We are going up. What's up? Going up to the... Jesus. All right. Let's do it. My dude. Look at that. We need Amy to dance real quick, so we're gonna play some Justice and pump her up. Dance the fuck. Let's go. Look at that shit. Oh yeah. I need both headphones for this. Pump her up. Oh, Amy on the bottom is getting all funky and shit. What the hell? Guys, she wants to dance. Help her out. Come on. We're looking good though. I love it. I finished this little cup and handle before coming back up, but I love the technicals. Oscar, thank you, my guy. $14.75, let's go. Hey, hey. Oh shit, look at that candle, guys. It's a pretty hefty candle right there. Yeah, she wants that disco right now. Cuba Musica. It was Elephant by Tame Impala. Elephant. That's why we throw elephants in the chat. It's tradition here. Look at David go. Look at that guy doing that disco. Hey. Hell yeah. Thank you, bro. Thank you for that disco chat. JNX, how you doing, man? Yo, yo, yo. Alright guys, so right now what we gotta do is we gotta stay alive, okay? So we're gonna play some BGs. You know. Because Amy needs to stay alive right now. And this guy's throwing disco in the chat, so we need some disco. Staying alive, man. She's staying alive. What can I say? She ain't going down. She hasn't gone down yet. Got that juice. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Damn, this song is this is definitely a shorter version of Staying Alive because it was only 1 minute and 30 seconds. What in the heck? All right, how about I Will Survive, you know? That's a good song too, right? I Will Survive. That disco, baby. All these songs just speak to me, man, and they probably speak to you too, bro, and just the way that AMC freaking functions, bro. Bro, this is the queen of disco. We are listening to the queen of disco. Oh yeah. She makes me feel some type of way, bro. Yeah, Queen, Don't Stop Me Now. Yeah. Stevie Wonder. We are respecting these the cup here, and we are respecting the handle in that territory, so we'll see what happens here, guys. But again, this is already bullish to me. I don't really see us coming down from this because we respected this zone very, very nicely. Moving average here at that. See what that looks like. I love disco, bro. I know a lot of people don't like it and they hate on that shit, but I'm a disco man. I funk to that, man. Funk. I funk to it. F-U-N-K, okay? And that bass, bro. That fucking bass. Got me on another level. Succinct, is that how you say it? So the projector pattern, man, it plays out when the technicals of AMC are ready. So whenever you see any bullish momentum and you're, I don't know, in like some sort of flag structure or a pennant or a wedge, and you start to see something break out of that specific, right, those lines of resistance, you will sometimes, but not always, come back to that resistance to create that pattern. So it's like an arc. It's a smaller arc. And then once that is ready and set to go, it will shoot up that volume to the sky, right? Being a projector, it starts to come up and shoot it up. So you see these a lot happen with major runs, like big runs that occur just anywhere. You see a projector before a run up. This is an example of one. kind of a messed up one, but this would be the projector to this, right? And here, you sometimes you get major. This would be like the pink pattern here. You get like a breakdown and then coming back to that channel quickly. So that's still bullish as long as you come back to that channel. So keep messing this up, but I don't mean to do that. It's just I get carried away here with how many charts I have on the screen. All right, we're going up though, so let's keep playing some music. This is what my mother listened to when she was a child. It's gonna be funny. But hey, it's that Spanish music, bro. Good old Spain. Where is it? I love this, bro. It's still disco, bro. It gets me going. It's called Hasta la Vista. You know what that means in English? It means see you later, baby. Down low, see you later. It's that funk, baby. Means see you later, bitch. Playing some 70s, 80s right now. Might freak some of you out, so but you know. What do you know about this shit, bro? You pumped to that? I fuck to it. Come on, Amy. Let's go up. Stop teasing me. Let's go. Hey, 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 hey. Oh yeah. Parchis. It's my papi. Hey. It's Papi Rico. Rico, where's Rico at? Come raid this chat, bro, and listen to the Spanish music with me. Come on. We're tracking, we see how we flipped from inverse to identical? Sherlock, 87. You're from Spain too? Yeah. I'm live in the US now. I listen to Triana. It's a Spanish rock band from the 70s. Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Hell, big brother, you know Parchis? Parchis are also from Spain, man. 80s, 70s. Hey. I mean, I'm still in the funk, guys. I ain't leaving the funk. Still got 40 minutes in the game. Hey, thank you, Sub the Haas. Appreciate you, brother. Good guy. Thank you so much. What's another good one? I think Off the Wall by Michael Jackson. Or was it Rocket With You? Nah, I think it's Off the Wall. Pretty sure. Yeah. There you go.
When the word is on your shoulder,
Yo, Papa Goose, what's up, man? How you doing?
if you can't hang with the feeling,
Just chilling, bro. Go to this music, man. They're playing some disco right now, trying to pump Amy up.
party people night and day, living crazy, that's the only way. So tonight, gotta leave the 9 to 5 up on the shelf and just enjoy yourself. Groove, let the madness in the music get to you. Life ain't so bad at all.
Yo, guys, Papa Goose in the chat. Tell the guy you appreciate him. Remember, he's a good guy.
Shout out all you want to, 'cause there ain't no sin and folks are getting loud. If you take the chance and do it, then there ain't no one who's gonna put you down.
Let's update this real quick.
'Cause we're the party people night and day, living crazy, that's the only way. So tonight, gotta leave the 9 to 5 up on the shelf and just enjoy yourself. Come on and move, and let the madness in the music get to you. Life ain't so bad at
Here we go. This would be identical right now. See what happens here the rest of the day. We're looking good.
Gotta let that fool loose deep inside your soul. Wanna see an exhibition? Better do it now before you get too old. 'Cause we're the party people now.
Hey man, when we start the squeeze, this chat better be lit on another level. Amy's gonna have to like everything in the chat, guys. Remember, she is taking all that shit. Appreciates it, okay? It's making her run up. She appreciates everything you're throwing in there. We better be, man. Throwing everything.
And just enjoy yourself. Let the madness in the music get to you. Life ain't so bad at all. If you're living on tonight, gotta lay the 9 to 5 up on the shelf and just enjoy yourself. Let the madness in the music get to you. Life ain't so bad at all. Tonight, gotta lay the 9 to 5 up on the shelf and just enjoy yourself. Let the madness in the music get to you.
Hey, hello. Hey. Love it, love it, love it, love it. how well she's behaving, man. She's respecting these levels.
Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Hey, you with the pretty face, welcome to the human race. A celebration, Mr. Blue Sky's up there waiting, and today is the day we've waited for. Oh, Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us.
There's 35 minutes left, guys. Real quick. People are asking if the projector pattern will reoccur. So again, this is a shorter time frame. Right now we have moved to basically another technical setup, which is a more of a wedge of rising wedge. It's not the most bullish all the time, but you can also consider something like this a flag too. So really depends on what ends up playing out here, but something like this is also very likely. Again, trend right before coming up, or this. This is also a V pattern, which on the short term is bullish, right? You get your little triangle here. That's bullish. There's a lot you can do with this, so it's just best to try and analyze the chart, see all the different possibilities, and obviously go from there, right? But I'm drawing my little support and resistance trend lines here for you guys. Take this out for a minute. Stretch this guy so you see what it looks like this, right? And support right here. Green. Tiny cup, yeah. Definitely a tiny cup. Tiny cup, and then like a handle sort of pattern. Could play out as long as we break out to the upside here, guys. Remember, there's multiple support and resistance lines. Looking at it from a technical perspective would be like you have your horizontal lines, right? And then you have your trend lines that are following the support and resistance, previous support and resistance lines. So one right here, 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 right? You find them in between once you start breaking. Every time you break a resistance line, you have to create a new one. And that's where you start drawing these lines, right? So this is what we're going to do right now. This would be something else that we could break out of. break here, and then a break here as well. Obviously, like, I don't think this is going to happen right now or anything. I'm just saying in the macro scale of things, these are resistance points here. We'll stick to this, though, for now, so I don't confuse anybody. There's the breakdown. So, again, okay, there's a breakdown. Amy, behaving again. The little douche. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is going on? What the hell just happened? Okay, hold up. Let's see what just happened, because that was weird. That's a lot of volume to the downside. Whoa. It's 263, pushed it down like that. Why, though? Why that quickly? Is the SPY going down? SPY's not even going down, though, that much. It's compared to, then it comes back up. Where'd it go? Weird. Is it a fake out? Or not? It's weird. Followed by a lot of volume here. Red and then a lot of volume. It's weird. Oh, what in the fuck? Red and then huge green candle. These are big candles, man, for them to be this like small in volume compared to this one. It's like here it was fighting for its life. This would have been way bigger if there weren't people freaking selling on the way down. Not like people, but these institutions, right, controlling the price against each other. Trying to freaking fight it down. What the fuck? Wow, look at that reversal. There's the big candle. Very, very weird setup here, but it is bullish, guys. Again, the triangles here are bullish. Either that or they trade us sideways for the rest of the week. When I say the rest of the week, I mean like the next freaking 20 minutes. Break that wedge, right? Papa Goose said, check your DMs. Yes, sir, I will. Let me check them. Yeah. Thanks, man. I just read your DM, Goose. Thank you so much, man. It's very interesting. Yeah, man, and if you want to come hop on and talk about it, you're more than welcome to, buddy. YOLO MD, you just joined. Yeah, sure, man. I'll do a little recap. Right now we are tracking AMC on the intraday, and it is coming up. It is doing its thing, but just real quick, we are tracking the cycle here. I was tracking inverse at the beginning of the day, and then it sort of started to do its own thing towards the end of it. So this part is going to be a little bit noisy for me to highlight here. We're talking on the last hour, right? Expected as well. Didn't we really see this coming down to the low levels that this entire sequence would have played out. So we're good, man. We're looking good. And back to intraday, we are about. I think we're about to break this wedge. Hopefully, unless if we bounce down here, then again we're testing it 3 times, and we need confirmation of that breakout, guys. This is where we start dealing with like projector patterns and stuff like that once we're up here. Once we cross the resistance, we are able to create what is that projector pattern, right? Extreme gain timed AMC rip with market crash March ? I'll have to check that out, man. I have a scenario where, for me, the market crash scenario was going up beginning of April to come down, but that was basically going up to 120 if they were to use this as one more cycle. But I said it could go both ways. If they can't stop it, then we would go up early April and squeeze then, right? But if they could, then they would take us to fib level and then bring us down and trade sideways before everybody gets margin call along the way. So that would create this giant ripple effect to bring us up like towards July, basically. So it can go both ways, but I personally have my market crash scenario would have been like around the April time, early April. All right, we are breaking out right here, seeming like it. We do have a strong push here on the candle. Once we get a fast rejection, this might cross. We might be along that $15 mark. Again, psychological, guys. Remember, keeping us under 15 is very psychological, and for anybody, right? Trading AMC. If you want to be above that, again, it's more of a bullish thing. So, Chris is asking which scenarios I'm leaning more towards. I'm gonna be posting a video very shortly, man. If not today, it'll be this weekend, and it'll be the third scenario that I have. Just because as the cycle plays out, I get more and more information that I'm able to construct these scenarios, right, that are happening. So I'll be making another one, and I think the last one I posted, my conviction would be a little bit stronger with that one. So, and that one was according to option expiration dates as well as a market crash. So patterns and market crash. Go look at that video, guys, if you haven't. And it's a scenario on the squeeze, right? A possibility, not a prediction, but it's using again the possibility of a market event where it would take everything sort of down with it. We've seen this happen multiple times, guys. You don't even have to label it as like a market crash. It's just a market takedown correction on the short term that is very hefty, very heavy. So it doesn't indicate really that there's a market crash. It's just when you get pressure like that to the downside, heavy, you tend to trigger a lot of funds, and shorts, and longs that are, like over leveraged on any position will get margin called, and that's the sort of ripple effect we need. That's the catalyst that we need for AMC to go up for a market crash scenario, right? SPY is looking very strong right now. We're looking good, guys. We're looking good. You broke out of that wedge. Okay. For anybody like wondering, because like I know that you wanted me to talk about this, but if we look at this right here and we bring up so this right here, guys, this is updated, by the way. So I'm taking a portion right here out just because we don't know what's happening, right? But just waiting for this pattern to play out. And again, guys, this doesn't have to be up here to these levels, right? But once we get that breakout of this, right? This wedge. This is important. This is the most important line here that we want to break, right? The one that we don't want to break is down here to the downside, because then this is off the table. But this is why, guys, again, you see this slowly coming up. This is kind of like a sign, a short-term sign that we are picking up and starting to reverse, right? Tables are turning a little bit. So if this is confirmation next week and we start to come up to this area, we just gotta we gotta break out and do some sort of like mini projector here on the short term and then start to climb up, right? Again, I think the breakout might set us up to have a larger run. I don't know if to this level. Again, this is just updated here, but maybe to this level here. So like 33, we bring this down. 35, maybe like right here. Right? And sort of bring everything down with it. Not fuck a lot with the levels here, because these are determined with basically fib levels and historical values and shit. So I don't want to really fuck with them as much. But again, you get the setup. What is going to be the next pattern that they are going to use to confirm whether we're going to go up or not, right? And to me, it would probably be some sort of flag structure or wedge that would take us to that projector, right? Like it did back in January, to take us up to that next level. And this would be according, again, to... Let's just bring this down real quick so that it's giving me a little OCD. Okay, I'll fix it later. But you get the point, right? This would be a market crash event here. Let's take away these real quick. Okay, so again, this scenario, again, is used with the cycle, according to the cycle and the option expiration dates. So here, we would come up to about 120, and they would use this as their like last sort of like to shake off people as well as the premium. Because again, guys, these institutions, they want to take all the money, okay? The composite man is going to want to take all the money when he does this. So he's going to shake you off one more time, considering there is a sort of market crash event. I don't believe that it's like when you get a market crash, if you get enough pressure to the downside, I don't think that the momentum would hype retail to come in on the squeeze right away, because there's a lot of fear in the market. So psychological way to do it would be to create another pattern that is bullish and trading against the SPY, right? We were talking about negative and positive beta yesterday, and we were saying how once you start to trade, like stray away from that, from negative and positive beta with the SPY, and you trade against it, right? That is when it matters the most, because we're not following the SPY anymore. So if the SPY continues to come down and we stop following it, we know that people are getting margin called, right? And that is when we create some other pattern that this institution is looking for to then take us up to that level that we're looking for, right? Which is unknown, right? Is unknown. So this is one of the scenarios that I posted is on YouTube. You can go look at it, and I go more in depth on that video. The 120 rows is again using fib levels, and it's also according to the previous support, right? So if they took us to this level it's more of a psychological level more than anything, right? Because right as we bounce down, there's a lot of support on this area. So they would take us, right? If you take the fib levels here. Where the heck are the fib levels? Oh, they're up here. Okay. So you would have to take your down, right? Your most bottom down, which would be around here and right here. And that would be this level right here. Because this is previous support around this area is there's a lot of people buying, right? So, and holding. So we would establish somewhere around that region a little bit higher because we're dealing with new prices. So I would say around this level, but creating this like cup and handle. And again, that's another setup, right? Now they're doing something else. We did a flag, 2 flags, a wedge, then a bullish flag, a cup and handle, and then boom. It's all technicals, guys. And like Extreme Gains just said, according to one of you guys, he said something about like having the possibility of going up in March. This says that we would go up around that range, right? If they don't have this planned, however, and the market crash just does take all these short positions down, and they all get margin called around this time, well then I would say the market crash would have to happen a little bit before, because you need a little bit of time to margin call these people, right? And that's why this is made up here as well. So if that's the case, then yeah, we would do it around this date for this scenario specifically. But again, guys, it's all scenario. There's going to be multiple ones coming out. I don't want anybody overhyping this, because it's not the main goal here, right? So. Oh, Papa Goose, thank you, man. Thank you. I just accepted that for you, bro. Yeah, he just Papa Goose just made a algorithm that would be tracking some sort of crypto plays. So I'm gonna look at that for sure, man. It looks very, very interesting. Hell yeah. Make sure you guys give him a follow. Papa Goose is dope. Yeah, 5 minutes left in the market, guys. Look at that. Nice bounce. Really, really nice bounce. Going up. See what happens after hours is going to be interesting, because we're at these levels that are pretty bullish, man. They're pretty bullish. Like, right here, man. This entire thing happened multiple times, even down here. This one confirmation and 2 right here. Just breaking that resistance multiple times is such a good thing. It's healthy. Johnny, I personally don't think so. If it does, man, it's, again, I have to think about this whole like composite person theory, because the whole point here is that composite woman is controlling the price action to make money along the way and squeeze bleed the longs and the shorts dry. And that game is, you have to think about it from a psychological perspective. If you go too low, you go in the risk of retail coming in very heavily, right, on these prices that they think, right, we're gonna cross single digits. I'm gonna buy as much as I can, right, because we're in the single digits, blah blah blah. And I think that's a way to use it against us in crossing these levels. It all depends, man. It all depends on if we spring in maybe some sort of after hours action into the single digits and then come back quickly. That's also possible, but I don't think we would stay around that area if we did go to it. I don't think we would be there very long, and I think it would be a mistake by these institutions that are obviously playing with us. I know it sounds crazy to say that, but it's true, man. The theory is true. It's just, this is the only way you can look at it. Yeah, projector into after hours is very possible, for sure. On the short term, for sure. Look at that, guys. We might end the day at, yeah, look at that. See, 15, fighting for 15, man. I'm telling you, bro. It's all psychological. Why are we in the 15 range? Why are we fighting for 15? Yeah, Johnny, very true, man. It would definitely cause a lot of demand. A lot of demand. We got 2 minutes, guys. Wow. 1504, 1505. A lot of pressure to the upset. I think just the way it looks, man, on this last minute, if they really, I think, want this above. If anybody bought puts, and this, guys, again, would confirm it, or go with the theory that there is a composite person, right? Because now what are they doing? They're playing with shorts, right? Whoever got in on the short-term shorts, they would want to keep it on that price. Maybe. Who knows? Guess we'll see here on the last minute. It's 1504. It seems like we might close above it for sure. Yeah, we're definitely going to close above it with that candle. Look at that fucking candle, bro. Yo. Nice. I think we are. I think we are going to close above. Yeah, we did. There it is, 1506. 1506. So we did close above. So again, doesn't this go with that theory, guys, that there is somebody controlling the price that is a long institution, right? If it was another short, like, why would they be playing right now at these levels for this, right? It's just doesn't really matter at that point. Even if they take this down, I mean, look, we closed at freaking 1506. Really, really nice. But yeah, guys, so we'll update the entire thing for sure, and keep you guys posted on what's to come, right, with the cycle and what it's tracking and stuff. So keep updated for the videos. I didn't post that many this week. I'll be posting some over the weekend. So again, stay tuned for that, and thank you guys so much for joining the stream. I hope you liked the new setup. I hope everybody liked it. So I will go ahead and see you guys next week and on live stream, and you guys have a great rest of your week. All right, stay happy, have fun, do shit with your buddies and your friends, and you know, get all this out of your mind, bro. It'll be okay. I love all you. Have a great rest of your week. Bye bye.